We can do it. Just one more, guys, and we're through. 3, 6, 8. Okay, random number between 1 and 8, not 7 and 5. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Which one is this? This is one of those no AIDS tests. December 2015. Who wrote this? Ilyardima. Okay. Write the output of the following code if error states so, and give a reason for error. Okay, so D is a dictionary. We key A to 4. We key A to 0. So what prints? Yeah, well, it's the dictionary of that, yeah? So just I need something to type into here. Oh, there's the solution to your homework. Interesting. See how nice mine is? Look at this. Like here's my get top chirps. It's like 4 lines, and there's like these. Huh? I've already leaked the assignment solution. This is hardly surprising. Okay. So I think D is going to look like this. It's going to be an A, which has been keyed to 0. Yeah? Okay, next. D gets that dictionary. And for X and the values, print D at value. Yeah, error. Right, so the values are giving you 0, 1, and 2. So the first thing this tries to do is find the... it tries to key in 0, and there is no key 0. So this gets error. Key value, error. 2 dictionaries. Is D1 equal to D2? It's like they have the same keys, which go to the same values. So it does seem that they are at least, like, logically equivalent. Well, you guys tell me. I don't know. Do you think it's true? Is it true or false? So is it comparing values or is it comparing, like, pointers? I think this is going to be false. Okay, well, let's try. Wouldn't it be nice if you guys had a terminal on your exam? Should install one onto your watch or something. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so D1 is... I wonder how long it will be until we have to ban glasses from exams. Smart glasses are on the way, right? So, okay, so as A goes to 0, B goes to 1, and C goes to 2 was the first one. And the other one was what? 2, 0, 1. Okay, so 2, 0, 1. All right, make your bets, kids. Who says true? Who says false? Next time I teach this course, I'm going to make it illegal to abstain. Okay, so. True, okay. Okay, so let's just confirm that if I did something like this, A goes to 0, B goes to 0, C goes to 0, that this should be false. Oops. Oh, I did. Oh, I just redefined D2. Okay, false. So, dictionary equality is by value. Right? So that must be an expensive check. L1 is CSC, L2 is the whole slice, which we learned yesterday, creates a duplicate. Right? I hope that was this class. Was it this class? Yes. L2 at 0 gets 108. Okay, so print L1 and print L2. Doesn't this just print 108, 108? Oh no, because I've went inside. So will this print CSC and then 108, or does this print 108, 108? Because what I see is L1 creates the list and it puts CSC inside of it. Then L2 copies that. Oh no, it's a copy. So it should be CSC and then 108. Okay, well, let's give it a try. Let's see. And don't like be reasonable when you're doing this exam, right? Like this is worth 1 mark. Don't stress over it. Don't dump 10 minutes into it, right? So some things are just worth guessing at and moving along. Move along, move along. Okay, so L2, 0 is 108. Okay, so when we print L1, we have to be careful about what we're printing here, right? So what are you going to print? Exactly, right? It has to be a list, like you have to print out the data type, including the brackets. So this should be CSC, yeah, and the other one will be 108, if I spelled it correctly, right? Okay, so remember, slicing creates a duplicate, right? So that sort of gets rid of all of the reference nuances. All code below runs without error. Write the output of the following code. Okay, for x is 0, for I in the range of 5, x plus equals 2. Jeez.
It's going to print I equals, like 5 times, so print I equals 0 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and then it's going to print 10.
Yeah, it's going to print I equal 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that means we've accumulated onto x 5 times with 2, so that should be 10. Yeah. I knew that was easy. I'm just, like, all of these exams have, like, had code that have been so non-Pythonic, right? It's all, like, C code, like, in Python. So now I wonder if I, like, accidentally taught you how to code in Python right, and if that will screw you later. Well, you've already written your comments, right? So S equals happy. I is equal to the length of S, which is 5 minus 1, so I should be 4. While I is positive and not SI is lower, print SI. Okay, so not SI is lower is equivalent to is upper. Right, so while I is greater than 0 and S of I is upper, so it should print out, well, we're counting down? Oh, we're counting down. It prints Y, then P, then exits, no?
No, it shouldn't because it doesn't start because like the truth case is false because it's uppercase. No, it's going to be But like, will the while loop ever fire?
While I is greater than 0, so 4 is certainly greater than 0.
And not SI is low.
And no, the thing at the end of the list is big, right? Is uppercase.
Yeah.
So why are you saying?
Not SI is low.
Yeah, not is lower is equivalent to is upper, right? So in my mind, I'm just reading this as while I is greater than 0 and SI is upper, right? And it is indeed the fact that the thing at 4 is a capital Y, and then a capital P, and then we exit. Huh? Isn't that P uppercase as well? Yeah, Y. Oh, sorry. Yes, Y then P. I thought you were asking a question, right? Okay, so that prints YP. Okay, 2 marks. A, B, C, D, E, F. For I in the range of the length of L is 6. So we're just counting through it. If I mod 2 is 1, which means that we are even, odd. For all odd numbers, Li is equal to Li dot lower plus an asterisk. Okay, so this means that every odd position should be made lower and add an asterisk. So it should be capital A, it should be, capital A, lower B asterisk, capital C, lower D asterisk, and so on. Yeah? So you notice here how I'm not tracing the code, right? I'm looking at the code and asking, what is this code doing? right? And then answering it. That will be faster than tracing the code and more accurate. Although, if you can't figure it out, trace the code. But don't waste too much time. So L1 is a list of 3 elements. L3 is the reverse of 1. What does L1.reverse return? Nothing, right? Okay, so they're trying to trick us. Well, we can always check, right? So if I have x's 1, 2, 3, what happens when I reverse this? Nothing. Yeah. Okay, so this is a trick. It's a trap. L3 is going to get set to what? None. Okay, so L1 is 1, 2, 3, but then it gets reversed to 3, 2, 1. Like this will nonetheless do the in-place reversal. Then L2 gets a copy of the reverse of L1, and then L1 gets appended 0. Okay, so I predict that L1 is 3, 2, 1, 0. L2 is none.
L2 is 3, 2, 2. L3 is...
Oh, jeez. That was mean. Yeah, that was mean. This is how I would lose marks in university, right? By not reading carefully enough, assuming they would write things in a sensible way. Yeah, why would they do that? Why would they do L1 then L3 then L2? Okay, so L1, yeah, because then they're asking us to print in order. That's very mean. And that's a trick. That's a senseless trick.
It's a logical trick because you have 2 different tricks. Now you trick out of order and a trick of reverse returning nothing. And if you found, you know what? If you're going to find one of the tricks, and you're going to think that because you found one trick, it's a neat trick, but they're actually 2 tricks. So it captures some unaware that they're actually 2 of them. You think you found one, that's it, you get the problem.
I need to keep these guys around, just like in life. Like going to the grocery store and like, how will you be paying for that? Plastic. Them and the guy who reads the trailers at the movies. Right? In a world where Paul teaches computer science students, right, he will lose it. Okay, so let's do this properly. Print L1, that's 3210. L2 then is 321, and L3 is none. Huh? It doesn't print none, but I think you can still write Like this is something that you should ask me. Like, what should I write when I should be printing none? Well, but none prints nothing, right?
Like, no, print none. Like, not inside the...
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. What? Really? Huh. It prints none. But that... Weird.
But, like, say, like, you equal of variables to none, and then... Alright, okay, so prints none.
Okay, so printing none prints none. I didn't invent Python, right? Okay, so that's something that you should remember, right? Printing none prints none. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can find the object question. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let's do this one. I see list of lists. I see you guys sweating. A 2-dimensional rectangular array of integers implemented as a list of lists returns whether L has a 2 by 2 square of all the same values. Oh. That's a hard question. I have to assume that this was like part of a homework question, because I think this would be way too hard to ask new. Okay, all of you should do December 2015 question 4. Please. It's a good question. I'm not going to solve it here, but maybe we can talk about how you would solve it. Yeah.
If 2 consecutive lists in the list of lists have the same 2-digit repetition in the same 2 spots.
Yes.
Like, for example, look for 2 consecutive...
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just trying to see like if there'd be a better way of doing it. Because your way would require that we go through it a lot of times, right? Because you find the consecutive elements,
And then you try.
and then you have to try, but then you have to go back and find the next pair of consecutive elements and try. Because I just want to do something like ask, go to the position 2-2, right? And check. So like any position can be the corner of 4 squares, right?
You can also check how many times that element is in the list of lists. So for example, 7 wouldn't be an eligible candidate even though we have 7-7. Because we could say like, is 7-7
Yeah.
greater
You
than
could,
4?
yeah. Yes. You with the hand up. Yeah.
Can we just like first of all like check if like next element is the same, and then we will like check the local one? Because it's like
Yes, there's many ways of doing this problem. You should figure one out and write it on a piece of paper and then test it. I'm not going to do this one because I think this is actually a good question for you guys to practice on. But let me find the object question. I really want to make sure you guys can do the object question. Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. Car class. A car has a license plate and an odometer. I think that's the thing that counts how far you've driven in total. When a new car is created, its license plate is provided, and it starts its life with 0 kilometers on its odometer. A car can be driven a positive distance. Driving modifies the odometer. Do you know if you drive reverse, does your odometer go down? No? Okay, so that thing from Ferris Bueller's Day Off is total nonsense then? It is. Have you guys seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Okay, good. At least we still have some cultural touchstones, right? Because my last class didn't know who Pokeroo was, and that really deeply Pokeroo! No? It's a TV Ontario kids show that was popular when I was a child, right? And there's something in it. There's like this giant polka-dotted dinosaur called Pokeroo, right? Yeah, and all he could say was Pokeroo. So like Canadians basically invented Pokemon, right? Wow. Okay, so let's do this car example. Okay, so I'm gonna have to type into code here. Don't know why everything just doesn't want to work today. Hide sidebar. And then maybe we'll spend the last 10 minutes of class answering your questions. Okay, class. Class. Syntax highlighting. Okay, class car. Okay, so we always have to define a magic method to initialize it. And what are the inputs here? Self, at least. And what else do they want? They want to take the plate, which is a string. Okay, so how do I now... Okay, so they want us to set the odometer to 0. So did they tell us what the attributes are? That's weird. Yeah, but why are you assuming those should be the attribute names? They don't say what the attribute name should be. Okay, so I'm going to assume that it's self.plate and self.odometer, right? That those are reasonable names for this, but you should be like, what attribute names do you want me to use, or does it matter? Okay, so the plate should be plate. The odometer should be 0. Okay, so we have a car. Where?
Down there in the string method.
Okay, but only they didn't tell us. You managed to backwards engineer what they want from the prints. Okay. Finish the drive method. Drive distance. Jeez, what is happening here? Drive distance. Updating the odometer. If the distance is negative, the odometer is not modified. Parameter distance. A number, the distance to drive. Okay, so we need a magic method called drive. It takes... Oh, right, it's not magic, it's regular. It takes distance, which is a number, and it takes, yeah, I was trying to see if you guys would identify that. What else do I take? That's it?
And the underscores.
The underscores?
Yeah, like it's not a magic method. So.
No, those underscores are included. All methods in wait, I'm losing my mind.
Public methods.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind. You're right. Okay, so what do I need to do? Okay, so if distance is positive, then I take the self.odometer and I add to it the distance. Okay, right? Because we're only supposed to modify the distance if it's positive. Right, so I'll write Bueller edge case. I think that's how you spell Bueller. Okay, what else do we need to do here? Return the updated odometer value. Okay. Agree? That should work. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we have to write the string representation. And the string representation should see the drive method above. This is what it should print in its string. Right? So we want to do something like, so I told you guys about the formatter, right? All right, you can always add other stuff in here. All right, so it's just position. All right, the first position goes in the first position, the second goes in the second, the third goes in the third. All right, I just tell you that because they'll make doing this much easier. All right, so return plate goes to this space odometer. Odometer goes to this kilometers. Kilometers dot format self dot plate self dot odometer. This was much easier than the object question on your exam. So you need to be able to do this and more. Right? So just keep that in mind. That this is way easier than the one we gave you. Yeah.
Do we have to memorize the names of the magic methods?
Yes. Well, not all of them. Like the ones that I defined, you should remember. So you should know string, representation, add, subtract, division, inversion. Great. Yeah. Maybe not the comparison operators. Maybe at least less than. Geez, I don't want to give you a definitive answer. I don't know how to answer this question without giving you too much information about the exam and telling you not to study something that would be required. You need to at least know how to work with an object and define arithmetic on the object. Let me put it that way. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so this was a car example this was easy. Maybe this one's a little bit harder. Complete the person class below. What is this? Okay, so this is someone using the person and car class. Oh, this is class inheritance. I didn't teach you class inheritance, so you can't do this problem. Yeah.
Well, it's not exactly class inheritance because you're just using a class as the attribute of class. Class inheritance would be like you inheriting the methods and fields of the class.
All right, that's true. This is just using a class as a class. Okay, you guys do it then. All right. We've worked a little bit with objects today. I really want to make sure you guys have a lot of practice with objects. It'd be a real shame to like dump that question. Well, okay, we can try it. It's just that it's awkward doing these exam questions on my computer. When a car has a license plate, oh yeah, we did this one. Okay, so here's a usage. So we can create a person, Sid, and a person, Carl, and then they want to add a car to Carl. Add car to Carl. What class did we just write before? Car. Okay, so now we have to write person. Initializes a new person with a given name. No cars and no friends. That's great. Yeah. A person has a name, a list of persons they like, and a dictionary of cars they own. A dictionary of cars they own. The dictionary of cars uses the car plate number as a key. Okay. Okay. So we have our car. Now we need class person. All right, so we need an initializer. That's self. And what else are we taking? Name? That's it? Well, how do we initial? Okay, so I guess we have self.name. No, are you sure it's a name and not a person object?
Yeah, I don't think it's a name as the constructor.
Right, okay. No cars and no friends. Okay, so self.name is name. They didn't tell us what cars should be, so I'm just going to do this. It's an empty dictionary. And friends is a list of names, or list of persons, I guess. Self.friends is a empty list of we don't know yet. Does that look okay? Okay, next. Finish the add car method below. Okay, so define add car. Oops, add car to self. So what do we have to? What are we given? A car. I think that's of car type. So, yeah.
Is it possible to do the same thing like name colon string and we say like car colon car?
Huh?
No, like in the parentheses, like you know, and in it says name. Colon,
Oh, you want to do something like this?
like is that?
I don't know. Like, it's like the whole type checking thing that we've been doing up to now has like largely been hacked. Right? Python's not supposed to have this functionality. It does not have type checking. So type checking is not cheap because it has to read it'd have to read in your types first, and then go back and then check all of those types. Yeah. So Python is lazy. Everything is done at when you evaluate. Yeah.
What if you write code? You need to like specify the type checking. So like saying like car is like car, and like if you
No.
it's like
No. Not unless they absolutely specify. Okay, so how do we add a car to this person?
would be just dictionary like
Yeah, so we look at self dot. Okay, I have to first ask if the car dot plate. Okay, if car dot plate is in self dot cars, right? Then it's in the dictionary already. It means we do nothing. So I should have done the opposite thing. Okay, if car dot plate not in self dot cars, then self.cars at car.plate is equal to the car object. Make sense? Anyone disagree? Yeah.
Does it say that we can't have two cars with the same state?
Well, how would I key it?
Just a list of cars.
No, but then you've broken then everything would have to be keyed to a list. You can't read into a dictionary and get a car object sometimes, and then like a list of car objects other times.
Right, so like therefore we just assume that there's only one.
No, I think I think that's what a license plate is. A license plate can only be associated with one car. Right.
Or like we have like a fake license plate.
Well, that's not what the purpose of the object is. So yeah, I think this is fine for add car. Return none. Sure. It's not bad to leave that there. Find any return. Find and return my car given its plate. So you're given a plate. Okay, so define get car self, and you're going to give it a plate. Return my car given its plate. Okay, so you want to return self dot cars at plate. All right, I'm just going to assume it exists. That's sort of what they implied. Yeah. None if self does not have such a car. Oh, okay. If plate is in self.cars, then return self.cars at plate, else return none. Actually, I don't need that to be in an else. Okay. Add the given person to the list of persons self likes. Now we have likes.
Or no, to the list of friends.
Oh, so this is a friend list. Okay, so should I change this to likes or? Oh, you can. I didn't read. A person likes other persons, not just the other person's name. Where did I read something about that not having friends? Oh, here. Okay, so something in here should be likes. And that's going to be a list of people. So define list likes. That's the next page. Finish the like method. Add the given person. Okay, so we need to write a like function, which takes self and a person. So then what do I do? Add the given person to the list of persons self likes. Okay. If person not in self.likes, then likes self.likes is equal dot append this person. Yeah? Return a comma separated, finish the list likes. Return a comma separated string consisting of all of the names. Okay. List likes, self. Now I have to return a string comma separated. Okay. Do you guys know how to use join? Yeah. Okay. Last thing I'll do today. All right, so there's this thing called join. And I think you can join names. You can join a list of strings and tell it how to separate them. Oh, wait, that's not a function. Yes.
It's a string method, so you have to like join add a string.
What?
It has to be the string with a comma. It's like type in the string with only the comma in it. Or no, just the string with a comma in it. Dot join.
Right. Oh, right. Okay, so now I can give it a list.
Yes.
Okay, so I can join. I can join. Well, I can take a list of strings and combine them with a separator. So that's exactly what I need to do here. So I just need to return. I need to join the list of names. So here I just need the list of names. So this is. So how do I get the names of people I like?
Just do it like self-like.
People in self.likes. 4 people in self.likes. And this is going to be people. Oh no. For person.
You can just do self-like. Oh no.
Person dot. How do we get the name of a person? Name. That should do it. Sorry, I used the list comprehension, but it's a pretty one.
Oh, it returns empty string.
Huh? Yeah, we'll do that automatically. Yeah. Because if there's nothing in it, then well, what happens when you join a? join an empty list. Yeah. So, handles it automatically. That's why I love these list comprehensions, because if nothing happens, you just get an empty list, right? And that's usually the type that you want. Okay, so there's, I did this object question. You guys should do it again. So that's it. Forever. Thank you guys. You guys were a good class. So I wish you good luck on your exam. I'm going to be in my office today and next week. And if I don't see you before then, you guys have a very pleasant holiday. And I want all of you to stay safe because I want to see you all next semester. So if you injure yourself, I'll kill you. All right? So get out of here.